Hey, what's up my friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I help people navigate through their ascension process. And today I'm going to do an April 2017 full moon energy update. It's kind of a big one. It's kind of a big deal. It feels like our lives we're what's attempting to unfold within us and within our lives is a new, fresh, exciting start. Something new and fun is attempting to emerge in our life. But the problem is, it's bumping up against the previously held structures of our thinking, our thought patterns, our habits, our beliefs. And just we've been wired a certain way to relate with life, in a particular way that all of a sudden is outdated, out of alignment, irrelevant. And it can create this space of inner conflict and inner tension. And this inner conflict can manifest itself out there in the external world now because the energies are different. And now whatever's going on inside is seen out there. In life events, in synchronicities, in your dreams. It's all over the place. And it's, again, because it's conflicting, it's very confusing and somewhat disorienting. So some of you guys might be really struggling. I know I was up until like this morning or last night more so. I've really been hit hard with this wave of newness and it's been tough to adjust. Anyway, so yeah, this new page is attempting to turn. But we have our hands on the page itself and we're saying no. Even though we might be getting glimpses of this new chapter, we get little peaks of clarity, of insight, of, oh wow, of excitement. But that's quickly replaced by the egos retaking over and saying, listen, you don't want to turn that page because you don't know what's on that page. Even though you think it's exciting, we don't really know what's on that page. And we're going to stay right here where it's safe and where life is somewhat manageable and predictable. And it's us insisting on not turning that page that is creating all of this stress. Because to turn that page, it's so awesome. When we lay eyes on that page for the first time, it's almost blinding. It's too much. It's too much light, too much new, too much excitement, too much unknown. It makes us feel very ungrounded, uncomfortable, unaware. And we prefer, a part of us prefers that semblance of predictability and safety we had on the other chapter. But that other page is collecting dust now. It's becoming boring and outdated, and essentially your soul, you, the real you, is saying, we're going to turn that page whether you like it or not. You can keep resisting, but your life is going to bite. It's gonna react. Because it's not in vibrational harmony anymore. And this is hard. So you might even have some sort of awareness about this, and you still might find it challenging to make yourself jump onto that next page because we're so habitual, our thought patterns. We might have waves, random fleeting glimpses of clarity, but that, again, it has not developed enough momentum. What has momentum is our ego's control over what it thinks we need to be doing with our lives. And even though we're getting these glimpses of clarity, we keep habitually, in a fairly programmed and unconscious way, continuing to act in our old ways, our old behaviors, old thought patterns, old emotional loops, and it's becoming very, very stressful. And that's why it can seem like, wow, life sucks. Life is really becoming hard. Damn, this full moon, this is a mess. This is miserable. But it's our resistance causing it. We prefer the stress and it's just like we're desperately clinging to the old in spite of the stress it's causing us and the havoc it's wreaking in our lives because we are that much afraid of jumping into the unknown. But anytime we do, anytime we dip our toes into the pool of the unknown, it's like, whoa, oh man, that's awesome. That's so much better. That pool is awesome. I want to jump in, but No, you shouldn't jump in. No. Have you thought about this? Have you thought about this? What about this? And you go, okay, let me step back from the pool. but that pool keeps calling us. And so too does our habits. And it's like, it's very confusing. But even though the full moon seems to be only amplifying this effect, it's amplifying it to the point of a conclusion. We're very close to a conclusion. A lot of you guys, all of this might start finally sinking in. All of this confusion, and we keep going, we keep oscillating through all these different, vastly different and sometimes opposing and conflicting perspectives, points of view, as we look at our life and we look at ourselves, and it's like we're all over the place. Like one day we wake up and we're looking at our lives and everything this way. And it's like, okay, well, that's kind of okay, good and bad. We have our judgments upon it, and then like the next morning or even later that day, we're like way up here looking at it, and it's all different. And whatever semblance of groundedness you thought you might have acquired that morning is all gone, and you're looking at everything brand new, and none of them seem to be the right fit. You don't know where you want to go. You don't know who you are. You don't know anything. You're just like, what the hell is happening? But this full moon is going to represent all the pieces finally coming together and fitting in beautifully, and you're going to see this crazy painting you've been working on this whole time. Even though it seems like you're not getting anything done, it seems like you're not getting anywhere. You might have been struggling with a lot of these same issues for a while, and not really. You might have little moments where you feel like you got somewhere, but usually it's like, wow, I've been quite unproductive in my life and in my awakening, and all I feel is just this incessant void, like disconnection and confusion. But be patient, because that's how this goes sometimes. Sometimes it's what we're doing, we're trying to acclimate to a higher vibration, and for that to happen, that's a nice idea. Let's raise our vibration, everybody. That feels great. But for that to actually happen, we have to change a lot, and no one likes change. It's very difficult to change, and hence all this stress. But don't lose faith. Don't fear the unknown. Don't fear the temporary feeling that you don't know what's going on. Because deep down you do. The real you, the higher self, knows the outcome of this, knows it's going to ultimately lead you into, an exciting, new, fresh, awesome start of some sort of new life direction, or even a brand new way of going through life. To top it off, going back to the analogy of when we look on the other page and it's kind of exciting, and there's a part of us that resonates with that new page, even though we quickly shut the book right away. When we are looking at that page and it is exciting to us, another thing to add to the confusion that can kind of come up is your own self-limiting beliefs about yourself and your ability to handle life on that next page. And it can seem like logic. It can seem like you're actually considering reasonable reasons for not going on this page. Because this, and this, and this. And it seems quite logical, but you got to be real discerning nowadays and really try to discern what is actually a fearful idea manifesting itself in what appears to be logic, and what is actually a legitimate thing I should consider. Again, you probably have no freaking clue about what's what right now. That's like we're all over the place. But this full moon, again, it's gonna finally turn the lights on all the way, instead of like scattering it once in a while. The lights will be on, and you'll be able to say, okay. Oh, okay, nice. It all makes sense. Aha, thank you. Because now I can jump to this next page, still in the unknown, but with excitement. Because the known is boring. Our soul doesn't want us to just stick around all the time. It wants us to go out there and explore life and jump and make mistakes and get our feet and our pants dirty and play around with our life, not just stay so rigid about everything. So the way to manage all of this very confusing energy is to, for a time, ignore your thoughts about things. Your mind is going to be probably working on overdrive, trying to figure it all out, and it's not going to be able to. You probably already realized that. It's like a futile endeavor. You're not going to get anywhere. You're going to like dig yourself more into like that, oh, I don't know what's going on. You'll feel more confused having put in a good amount of time to trying to figure it out on a mental level. This is where it's time to read the energy, because the energy will be obvious. What you're going to find is clinging to the old is going to feel like you're running into a brick wall. It's going to feel very miserable, very unpleasant, and you're going to wonder, why am I feeling this way? Because this once worked, but now it just feels so awful. That's a sign, whether you think it makes sense or it's premature or not, that's a sign that that is not going to work. So stop. You're going to just it's just going to escalate. But then there's times when you kind of peek on that page, before the fear sets in of the unknown, before that happens, it's going to feel great. It's going to feel like a high vibrational gust of wind just sweeps you away, and you're like, you remember life is magical and you're on top of everything and there's nothing to worry about. Go in that direction. Go in that direction even if it scares you. It very well might scare you. If you're a human being, we'd be lying if we weren't afraid of the unknown. We are. It's uncomfortable. We don't know how it's going to play out. But that's how we got to start to live. We have to kind of train ourselves to start living and embracing the unknown, trusting, having that actual tangible faith that it's going to work out. Because you all can read the energy of your life and situation beautifully. Every one of you. It's not hard. By the day, you're becoming more sensitive to it. The contrast from dark to light, resonant and dissonance, Get out of the mind, get back into your body, and follow the energy that feels good. And that's all you got to do. It's going to lead you right out of this mess and right into a new page, a new chapter, a new start in your life that is going to fill you with such growth, such excitement, such pleasure, such joy, such fulfillment. So turn the page, folks. We'll see you next time.